Snow White, budget $250 million, box office $43 million. Oh, but it's only been 2 days, give it a chance. No, I'm not gonna give it a chance. And I'm not even talking about that number. Because like all the flops are unsurprising at this point. Something is going on behind the scenes with almost every major animation, video game, and movie studio that they're doing this intentionally or something. I don't know. I'm not even gonna talk about this. People are like, oh wow, Snow White flopped. Who is surprised? You cast arguably the least genuine, most out of touch, and disliked person in her industry, and her industry is Hollywood. And the bad guy is Gal Gadot. I'm sorry, she's beautiful, and I really liked her, but after the first Wonder Woman, she should have stopped. She should have never been cast in a movie ever again. That was the last time she did something watchable. Now on to this. I get it, it's a live action remake, whatever that means. It's more expensive to animate, I don't care. Here are 3 movies I've seen in the last month that are 1,000 times better than Snow White. And here are their budgets. Upgrade, $3 million. It was literally 100 times cheaper to make this movie. And they're like sick camera movement and like fight scenes and people dying scenes. I know it was like an indie movie, but it was made with the production value of a major movie studio. This is what happens when you put really talented people to work on a tight budget. This is what happens when you put really untalented people to work on an unlimited budget. Interstellar. Arguably the best and or my favorite movie of all time. $165 million budget. Still less. Shot by a director who despises the use of CGI. Made a space movie with rocket ships, dust storms, moving and talking robots, black holes, Anne Hathaway. And it was still cheaper to make this. Got it. Parasite, Academy Award-winning movie, $11.4 million budget. Not even in the language we speak and still more appealing than this. I watched this movie once and decided now I want to watch everything this guy creates and half the shit that comes out of Korea. I watched one Disney trailer and I decided I never want to watch anything Disney touches ever again. Okay, but what about the fact that it's animation? Incredibles budget, $91 million. In 2001 to today, $143 million, still cheaper. Everywhere you look, it doesn't make sense. And my brother told me yesterday that the new Assassin's Creed video game flopped too, and I'm like, he's a gamer. And he used to love those, and like he was pissed. But I'm like, how are people still surprised by this? If some form of entertainment comes out that's not touched by Nolan, Tarantino, not even gonna try to pronounce his name, Villeneuve? No, see? If it's not touched by someone who prioritizes quality, I'm not going to watch or consume it. I think what's happening is these studios are terrified of being canceled and they're terrified of not being advertiser friendly. So they cater to the super woke, which is not the people who watch and consume their content. Do the people who make video games even play video games? Have you met the average person that plays video games? They are the most toxic, offensive people to walk the face of the earth. Or if they're not toxic and offensive, they are very toxic and offensive behind a screen. Who fucking thought that making video games PC would appeal to the people who figured out that typing this is a way to avoid a ban? There's something going on behind the scenes. For the past month, I've been trying to figure out and make a skit about it, but I just can't figure it out. I don't know what it could be. It's like, how far are they willing to go down the drain before they get to the point where it's like, okay, if the next thing we make isn't profitable, we're gonna go out of business. Maybe we should actually have talented and creative people run and work in industries that are defined by creativity and talent. I don't know, just a thought.